Let me explain that the iSchool, we've had very close contact for a number of years, 12 years. And because it's information school, the technology has changed quite a lot, as you can imagine. So it's a really interesting department to work in, and we have a very close relationship with my liaison staff at Peter. So the assignments there it varies a lot. They do, it depends on the course they're doing, but they'll do mostly essays to do with, say, information retrieval, information management. Now, over the years, I've been a teacher there, so I'm quite familiar of the kind of assignments they have. But what's interesting in the department, they have a system called test essays. So for the first, when we do the lectures for academic writing in the first semester, it's 10 weeks. And what we do, we give them a typical question to write, for example, the effects of technology and globalization, etc. Something general like that. So the first 6 lectures are actually based on this essay. And what we do is we go through this with them. And the classes are sometimes quite big. The maximum are 65, it goes down to 30 sometimes. So we go through this test essay, which is corrected, but it's not an actual part of the course. It's just to see how they can manage and cope with maybe the pressures or demands or the standards of writing a decent essay. And this was trialled last year, and it was very successful. Feedback from the staff saying it really has made a difference to them. And they keep in close contact with me when we do the essay. So at the end, they should have the information how to write an essay just on this topic. Then after that, we look at the feedback. And the ones who have poor feedback, we focus on. The ones who get 70, 80%, which has happened with international students, they don't have to come back. It's not so important. But we're able to focus on this area. First of all, understanding lectures. The terminology that's used in the lectures may be new to them. They've never had some key words to do with, say, information management or using programming. They've never heard these before. The speed of the variation of the lecturer's style is another thing they're not used to. The length of the lectures, an hour and a half, and sometimes 2 hours, is a huge strain on them. And a lot of they get depressed the first semester, definitely. But we do how to take notes, how to work in a lecture together, so 3 or 4 people take notes at different degrees of detail, and how to deal with the notes later. That's one of it. The next is the writing skills, and to be honest, this is crucial, because the marks they have, the grades are based on their ideas and also they've expressed theory and ideas, the essays, but actually it comes down to the quality of writing. And again, we use as many models as possible to show students how to, for example, cause and effect, comparisons, how to structure the essay, what words to use, how to quote people, all these detailed things, which, to be honest, take quite a long time to acquire. I would recommend recent journals on different areas to see what kind of language which is expected. This for international audiences. There's some well-known journals to look at. And it helps the reading and also how to, say, paraphrase or look at keywords. Another thing will be textbooks. There are key textbooks which are used in the course. Again, like most at the first and second semester, it's not that the priority is reading writing. They do may give presentations, but they're group presentations, and sometimes they only last 5 minutes each if there's 6 in a group. So students, in a few years, they haven't really asked or requested practice in here. With the PhD students, it's different because they have upgrade vivas to do in the first and second year. The danger of plagiarism, understanding the reference system, the APA, it's not Harvard, so they'll understand the difference and similarities between the two systems, how to get good marks, the criteria of how to get write a good essay is very detailed in the iSchool and very, very useful. And this grid system they have with the different criteria and the mark is given to all students from PhD to MA, and it's really useful, and that forms a core of our course. At the same time, we say, look, this is a criteria here, I have examples of what students got. And this is also part of the feedback they get during the test essay. It's in the more their multi, and also through the department is quite extensive. Nevertheless, a lot of students, for some reason, we read it and just forget it. And with Peter, one of the things we always talk about is how often the students don't know about the classes. They don't know even they're running. They've not heard of them, even though they've been told 3 or 4 times. It was always a wonder. This has been happening over the years. Maybe it's too much information. We don't know. Well, because it's quite well developed, we have these larger lecture classes the first 10 weeks. After that, they have a tutorial system in the department, which up to groups of 3 or 4 or 1-to-1, where students will bring their feedback from their tutors, and also they will get help with their dissertation writing. If at the beginning it's how to write a good proposal, and again we use examples of these, or how to write a critique, so that we know what kind of assignments they have in the second semester, and we can help them there. Then in summer, starting maybe in July, we'll have maybe 4 or 5 weeks, 1-hour sessions on specifically dissertation writing. And this is complemented by lectures or courses in their department by the staff. Then after that, it's our responsibility to hopefully consolidate the information they have on writing, how to write introductions, methods, literature review, etc. So they get quite good support. We're always trying to refine the system we have. We're very conscious of the feedback we get from the students, and I work very closely with my coordinator, Peter.